How long have you guys been around for?
That's a fantastic question. Thanks for asking, Matthew. I guess we've been sort of a fully functioning band since about 2007. We had a lot of starts and stops at the beginning because we were originally an all-girl band, but that kind of fell apart and we sort of had to reform. So we went through a period where we had just like guest bassists and drummers, and it was just myself and the guitarist Marlene. But we finally managed to sort of find some awesome, committed, kick-ass musicians back in the summer of, I guess, over the winter of 2007. We started playing pretty heavily starting in the summer of 2008, and then we've just sort of kept going from there. And we recorded our album in 2009, our EP.
A brand new EP, which we've been playing a few songs off over the last few weeks to whet your appetite. And She's a Killer was just made into a great film clip.
Yeah, we did a music video for that one, and it was really good. I'm just trying to get it. We're going to be sending it into Much Music pretty quick here, actually, but you have to have it, like, closed circuit and all this other stuff that I don't know how to do. So I'm sort of relying on other people to help me get it in the right format before we can send it in.
Oh, it's just incredible. Like, the outdoors footage is brilliant.
Yeah, we were in Chilliwack for that. And it was November the 1st. Actually, it looks really sunny and, like, kind of nice and summery, but it was freezing.
Oh,
it was really cold.
Oh, it was all worth it because that's cool. That's rock in British Columbia. That's exactly where I want to see it, in the wilderness.
Yeah, if you want to see it, you can look it up on YouTube. You just look up "She's a Killer" and it'll be there for you to watch for your viewing pleasure.
"She's a Killer" by Kill Matilda, and that's why the band played "Waltzing Matilda" at the start. My name is Matthew, and we're being joined by Dusty today. Dusty from the band Kill Matilda on Stranded, the Australian-Canadian music show. We had some Australian artists play here in the studio a couple of weeks ago, and now we have a great Canadian musician. Hello, Dusty, again.
Hi. This is kind of funny because we're making eye contact with each other, but we're not. We're talking to a different person.
Yeah.
It's kind of weirding me out a little.
Me too.
Let's look away from each other.
Okay.
Let's look at the wall.
Well, let's talk about the homework you had there, because the last three songs were three Australian great female-fronted rock bands, and Dusty was going to create three words to describe them.
Yeah, this is part of my audition for being hired by Webster's Dictionary to just write new words. So for the first band, what were they? What was the name of the
Nitocris.
Nitocris.
Yep.
They are grungy-licious.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, and the next one?
That band was called Magic Dirt from Geelong.
Magic Dirt. I found Magic Dirt to be sexually lubricantagorious.
Wow.
That's how it made me feel. Maybe a little too intimate for Monday at 11:30.
There's a little bit of fog steaming up on the windows here.
I don't care. I'll be inappropriate any time of day.
That's rock and roll.
I just don't care. All right. What was the last band?
The last band was called the Spazzies.
The Spazzies. I found that the Spazzies were extremely dislistenicious. Although I should note that I didn't make that word up myself. I borrowed it from a fellow in Prince George who used to be in a Misfits cover band called the Brain Eaters.
Ah, great.
I heard it once and I never forgot it. I thought it was such a good... What is it? It's a... Not an adverb. What's the word I'm looking for?
Maybe we should ask our PhD
Adjective.
poet acquaintance.
Yeah, it's an adjective.
An adjective, yeah. Okay. Yeah, well, that was great. You succeeded in your homework there, and you had a very limited time, and that was great.
I think on my feet.
Yep. Well, this is Dusty from Kill Matilda, vocalist from the band, and we're just about to play She's a Killer. And we mentioned before that you can find that in a YouTube video, beautiful clip that the band has made.
It's a music video.
Video. Mm-hmm. What did I say?
Well, you just said that it's a video, so it could be like a live video. I just wanted to...
right, yeah. Okay, yeah, like a reel. Yeah, this is a real,
the real deal.
The real deal. So, what would you like to tell us about the song or the EP?
This song is good. It started out as a song about Kelly Ellard. I don't know if you know who that is. She was okay. Most of the people who are hearing this probably know, but you don't know because you're from Australia. So I'll fill you in. So there was my ignorance. There was this like teenage mob of yokels who like murdered another girl in Victoria. They like held her face down in the water, like really shallow water, and like drowned her. And like Kelly Ellard was kind of their ringleader, and she's like sort of in and out of court about whether or not, like, I think it's still going on whether or not she's going to get acquitted, or I'm not exactly sure what the situation is, but basically she's a ruthless killer. And my boyfriend said to me at the time, "Hey, you know who's actually pretty hot? Kelly Ellard. She's evil, but she's kind of sexy. You should write a song about her." So that's the song that we wrote. But it's half about Rena Verk and half about Kelly Ellard. So
who was half about who?
Rena Verk was the victim.
Okay.
Was the murderess?
Okay. Right.
So it's about murder.
Okay.
And shameless revenge.
And sort of, I guess, folklore of this part of the world. How long ago was this? Like?
A couple of years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, pretty recent in BC's history, I guess.
Okay. All right. Well, this is She's a Killer by Kill Matilda. We're very fortunate to have Dusty here in the studio, and we're going to play some more songs from the EP after this. We're back on CiTR with Dusty from Kill Matilda joining me live in the studio. We just heard 2 songs off the brand new EP.
It's not new, it's the old one now.
Well, I guess relatively new, but yeah.
It's new to you.
It's new.
Got it.
Yeah, it is new to me. We've been playing it over the last couple of weeks here and featuring some more songs today because Dusty is in the studio. Mm-hmm. So what was that song we just played?
That song is called Sugar and Spice. Actually, I hope that I really want to make it the next music video because I recently saw Metropolis by, what is it? I think the guy's name was Fritz Langford.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember his name. That super, super old movie. It's so old that like people talk and you don't hear anything, and then like a little thing comes up on the screen telling you what they say. And it's like about this city of machines, and all the workers sort of like go down. So it's really like classist, right? Like it's the rich bourgeois people get to play in this like fantasy playground on the surface where the like working class are like sweating and toiling in this like furnace of machines. Like I really want to but I think that movie's so old that like we can just use it for a music video now. I really want to like take images from it and work them in because it's awesome. But that song is more about it's actually sort of my feminist anthem. I'm a big fan of taking like sort of visual metaphors. I don't like to just sort of say the most obvious thing like girl power, like let's rise up, let's not be oppressed by men. So I wanted to sort of embed it in like a different sort of visual metaphor. So I chose like the image of like a factory like putting together sort of dolls and pieces and parts. And that song's always the best one live though. Yeah. So I thought like some sort of mechanical imagery would be really awesome to have for a video. And then I saw that movie and I was like, oh, I want to use this. Yeah. So keep your eye out for that one.
Sweet. Wow. Then possibly the next music video for Kill Matilda there.
I hope so.
The song was Sugar and Spice.
Sugar and Spice.
Sugar and Spice.
And Everything Nice.
And Everything Nice. We are playing songs off the debut EP from Kill Matilda, but there is some recording in the works, right?
Yeah, we've already started recording. And we're hoping to have the CD out. It's probably going to be a while, though, because we're in sort of a funny situation as our guitarist is currently in Montreal. Marlene, she's away. So that sort of puts the kibosh on getting the recording done quickly. So we're going to sort of look around for the best studio and find someone that we're really happy to engineer the album with. And then when she comes back, we're going to get all her tracks done, and hopefully we'll have it out in the summer, not too late. Although the summer is kind of not the best time to release a CD because there's so much other stuff going on. There's festivals and people are out of town and really big name acts are coming through town. So we might delay the proper release to coincide with our tour kickoff, which is going to be at the end of August.
Right.
So we'll probably have the CD out, but we might not give it a proper release until we go on tour.
Okay. Well, and we'll also end of the one more song off the EP after this.
Hey, this is Noah from Christ on Parade, and you are listening to CiTR 101.9 FM in Vancouver, BC, Canada. Where's that?
Okay, this is Stranded, the Australian-Canadian music show. My name is Matthew, and we've been talking to Dusty all day. This has been brilliant. Dusty from Kill Matilda has come in, and we've been playing tracks from the debut EP.
Don't you have a really good story about that time that you came to our show at the Red Room? Tell everyone who's listening that story.
Okay, so Yeah, this was okay. So this was back in the heat wave of last summer. You might recall there were a few days there last summer that were very, very hot here in Vancouver. I just got back from working the Calgary Stampede, and I'd worked way too hard and eaten not very good food, and I was sick. I rarely get sick, but I wasn't terribly well recovered, and that heat wave whacked me, and I was walking down the street, and I just started to collapse, basically. Ended up stumbling into an ambulance, went to hospital, hooked up to a drip. 5 hours later, I was fine, a bit of heat stroke. But I recalled that Dusty was playing somewhere in the city, and sure enough, it was within walking distance of the hospital. So I literally leave the hospital, you go straight to the gig, panting, huffing and panting, get into the gig, and I see the last 30 seconds of the last song. And that was my introduction to Kill Matilda.
Yeah, that's not unusual, actually. We often have fans coming straight out of jail, court, the hospital, the morgue sometimes. Sometimes people give birth and then they immediately come with their newborn infants to the show. Our fans are really committed. And thank you for coming straight from the hospital to hear us.
Well, I think the only better look I could have had was if I dragged the drip with me.
I sort of wish you had, man.
Yeah. That would have been
good press.
It really would. We are here talking to Dusty from Kill Matilda. Kill Matilda is a Vancouver band, of course. And we're just what song would you like us to play next?
Let's play 24 Years of Darkness.
Okay. That's a strong title for a song. What would you like to say?
Well, this album, it's really interesting because we... I guess just what happened naturally between Marlene and myself is we're interested in sort of the same socio-political topics, I guess you could say. We're definitely really interested in issues of gender and feminism. We're really interested in sort of crazy stories about madness and violence and death and murder and, the macabre. So we naturally gravitate towards, I guess, like, song topics that sort of meld the two. So we, like, for example, I was talking earlier about that song which kind of was about the whole Kelly Ellard, Rena Verk thing, and I should add that, in a showdown between those two ladies, a theoretical showdown, I'm on Rena Verk's side. I'm not saying that, like, I approve of, like, Kelly Ellard or anything. That was just the basis of the song. But so we've also written songs about, like, Bountiful, BC. Are you familiar with
the polygamous cult?
Polygamous community, polygamous cult. Good, that's a good word for it. So this song is about the now infamous case of Elizabeth Wurtzel, the woman who was locked in the basement of her father's home and repeatedly raped by him and fathered several children by him and raised her children, like, in this dark basement. They never saw the light. They were, like, 18 years old, some of them. And she escaped. And, I don't know if it's really a happy ending because, I'm sure that they're all pretty traumatized now. But that's what this song is about. So it combines a little bit of the whole theme of madness and, issues of gender and feminism and, I guess, patriarchy in its most brutal form.
Oh, okay. Well, this is a very hard-hitting song. We're just about here to hear here from Kill Matilda, Vancouver band.
It's called 24 Years of Darkness. Welcome to Monday morning at noon.
Post-Olympics.
Yeah.
This is Stranded, the Australian-Canadian music show. We've had a fantastic show here, a post-Olympics rock-out with Dusty from Kill Matilda, and we've featured a lot of tracks from the debut EP.
Woo! Canada!
Oh,
Canada!
Oh, please.
Man, I know. I'm high-fived out. I was just... I was being a bit of a jerk, actually. I got pretty drunk the other night and I ran around downtown and people were high-fiving each other and I was like, woo, capitalism, all right, toothpaste, whatever, like just seeing if people would high-five back, and they all did.
Well, I was really frightened in the SkyTrain yesterday when, like, the actual attendance there they broadcasted, everyone, let's cheer for Canada, and it was just too much. It was like, anyway. So that was the last track we played there from the Kill Matilda EP was Fault Lines.
Yep, Fault Lines.
Yep. A straight ahead rocker. Yeah. That was fantastic, Dusty. It's been amazing having you on.
And if any listeners out there are wondering who's the man behind the voice that you hear every Monday at 11, I can tell you he's a good-looking guy, ladies. Are you single, Matthew?
Yeah, I am.
He's single. Call the station and ask him on a date.
Yeah, please, anytime. Well, actually, that reminds me.
But not if you're a butterface. Good-looking ladies only.
Thank you, Dusty.
After going on about my feminist positioning,
Well,
I'm kind of a jerk. I'm sorry. You know what it means when you say butterface? She's good looking, butterface.
oh, yeah.
Oh, I thought that.
Okay.
How come I'm the only one who knows that?
No, it just registered now. Okay, I get it.
All right. I'm still a feminist, though.
Yeah.
I don't think you should judge women on their looks. I think you should judge everyone on their looks. No, don't judge anyone.
And by the music they play.
Yeah, by the music they play.
Well, and just before we go, then, Dusty, your upcoming gigs?
We have lots of upcoming gigs. It's going to be a good time. You guys should come out. We're playing March the 26th at the Bourbon, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the Bourbon. Who else is going to be there? We played with this band last night that was really awesome. Oh, Brompton Distress Call is going to be there.
Yeah.
They're a good time. And then we were going to be playing, we might be playing April 22nd at Venue with Black Betty and Ready, Set, Die. There's some sort of awesome event going on there. I think it's for Battered Women's Shelter, but the details aren't 100% firm yet. And then, very exciting, we're going to be playing June the 6th, opening up for Power Man 5000. Black Betty is going to be there. Ninja Spy is going to be there. We're going to be there. And if you're not there, you suck.
Even if you're in hospital?
Even if you just had a baby and got run over by a car and was just in jail and you're being booked, I want you there. You better be there. There's no excuse not to be there for Ninja Spy, Black Betty, Kill Matilda, Power Man 5000. That's like an all-star lineup.
You heard it direct there from Dusty, vocalist from Kill Matilda, Vancouver band. Thank you, Dusty.
Thank you, Matthew.
And speaking of calls, ideally, well, it'd be great if lots of amazing girls phoned in and said hello to me. But
or send naked pictures, topless photos.
We did
I will.
We did get a call today from a listener who rightly said to me that the Pogues do an excellent version of the band played Waltzing Matilda. Anyone who was listening closer to 11 would have heard us play the original.
Someone's calling now. Maybe it's for you.
Well, we're going to play the Pogues version of the band played Waltzing Matilda. The phone has stopped ringing. Okay.
It's okay, ladies. Don't be shy. He won't bite.
Yeah.
Unless you like it.